Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you about mutually exclusive events, and I will show you how to calculate probabilities for them, and also to figure out if events are mutually exclusive or not.
Mutually exclusive events are events that cannot occur together. If one event occurs, the other do not. So let us first understand mutually exclusive events with an example. Marcus and Samantha are playing sungka. Marcus will be the first to roll the die. What is the probability of the number that turns up is even or odd? From the example, we know that we have 6 possible outcomes, since a die has 6 faces with numbers 1 to 6. The problem stated that we have 2 events here, the event of even numbers and the event for odd numbers. We can assume that when Marcus throws the die, it lands with number 2. We are certain that it is even number and not an odd, but this is just one possibility. It could also land at a number 5, which is an odd, but then again, this is just one of the possibilities. For all the numbers in our die, we have 1/6 probability for each, but the question is to find the probability of getting an even number which can also be odd at the same time. But we know in reality, this is impossible to happen because there is no number that can fit in to that condition. These two events cannot occur together, meaning if it is odd, it is just an odd. There is no way that it can be even, or vice versa. Hence, this problem suggests mutually exclusive events. Now let us look at another case. Marcus and Samantha are playing sungka. Marcus will be the first to roll the die. What is the probability that the number that turns up is even or number greater than 3?
Let us write down our 2 events. The first event, let's say event A, is getting an even number, while event B is getting a number greater than 3. Let us try to figure out if they are mutually exclusive or not.
Let's say he gets 4. Is 4 an even number? Yes. Is it a number greater than 3? Yes. So we know that this number is an even number and at the same time a number greater than 3. And this is also true for number 6. It is an even and at the same time it is a number greater than 3. So it means it is possible of getting an even number and at the same time a number greater than 3. Both events can appear together. There is an intersection, therefore it tells us that this is a non-mutually exclusive event. Non-mutually exclusive events are events that can occur together. To solve for this, we will get the probabilities of both events less their intersection. Let us try to solve this problem and determine if this suggests a mutually exclusive events or non-mutually exclusive events. Anna and Maria are playing a friendly card game. What is the probability of drawing an ace or a king from a standard deck of cards? Is it possible to get an ace, which is also a king? What do you think? If it is impossible to satisfy both demands, then it is what we call mutually exclusive events. So to solve for the probability for mutually exclusive events, we just simply add the probabilities of the 2 events since there is no intersection. So in this case, the probability of getting an ace, since you have 4 aces in a standard deck of cards And for kings, we have 4 over 52 plus 4 over 52. So you add the numerators and denominators. So 8 over 52. Since they are similar fractions, we just simply copy the denominator and add the numerators. So simplifying our answer, so we have 2 over 13. The probability of drawing an ace or king from a standard deck of cards is 2 over 13. Now let us try another problem. Makiling Integrated School is celebrating their Christmas party. Grade 10 Sampaguita serves a bowl of candies for their classmates. The bowl of candies contains 4 Pochi candies, 6 White Rabbit candies, 8 Frutos candies. Kathleen chooses a candy and eats it. Find the probability of getting a Pochi candy or a Frutos candy. Sharing is very important. But let us try to figure out this problem. So let us determine if this is mutually exclusive or non-mutually exclusive events. Is it possible to get a Pochi and a Frutos at the same time? So again, this is impossible. So this is an example of mutually exclusive events. So we will just add their probabilities. So the probability of getting a Pochi is 4 over 18. And then for Frutos, we have 8 over 18. Now let us add. So we have 12 over 18. Then simplify, the result is 2/3. So the probability of getting a Pochi or a Frutos candy is equivalent to 2 over 3. Now let us try this example. Let us determine if it shows a mutually exclusive events or a non-mutually exclusive events. Samantha and Matthew are playing a friendly card game. What is the probability of drawing a heart or a king from a standard deck of cards? Is it possible to get a heart card which is also a king? Or is there a king of hearts? If yes, then the problem suggests or shows a non-mutually exclusive events. So in this example, it is possible to get a king of hearts. So to solve for this, we will just add their individual probabilities. Then we have to remove the duplicates because we have both king of hearts in these two events. So to remove the duplicates, we need to subtract the intersection. So in this example, we have 13 over 52 because we have 13 heart cards. And then we have 4 over 52 since we have 4 king cards. Now less the intersection, so which is 1 over 52. So you add the numerators, so 13 plus 4, so that's 17 minus 1, so 16. So 16 over 52. Now divide both your numerator and denominator to simplify. So we have 4 over 13. And that's the probability. Now, another example. There are 45 students in a class. 16 students joined the SO club, 14 for math club, and 10 students are members of both clubs. In a raffle draw, what is the probability that a student shown is a member of ESO or math club? So in this example, it implies that there are students who join both in math and ESO club. So therefore, there is an intersection. So it is a non-mutually exclusive event. Now to solve for this, we will just get the probabilities for the ESO and math club and then subtract 10 over 45 because there are 10 students who join both. So the result is 20 over 45. Now to simplify, we will divide both by 5. So we have 4 over 9. So the probability is 4 over 9. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something about the video about mutually exclusive events and non-mutually exclusive events. Thank you.